YouTubers, welcome to the Cyber Overwatch channel. I am Pragmatic One. In this video, I will be diving into the world of vulnerability scanning with a great tool called Nessus Essentials. This is a free version of Tenable's Nessus Professional. It lets you scan your network for vulnerabilities and gain experience in different facets of vulnerability scanning. If you find this content informative and you are interested in cybersecurity, please like and subscribe to the Cyber Overwatch channel. Also, for more free content, please regularly check back on www.cybersec.com. I will provide a brief overview of Nessus. I will also provide a walkthrough step-by-step on the process of installing Nessus Essentials on Kali. Nessus was first developed in 1998 as an open source project by Renaud de Raison at the young age of 17. In 2005, de Raison co-founded Tenable Network Security and shifted Nessus to commercial, transitioning Nessus to a proprietary license model with paid versions offering additional features. The core functionality of Nessus remains available through the free Nessus Essential version. Before we jump in, let's talk about what Nessus Essentials is. It's a vulnerability scanner that identifies weaknesses in systems and network devices. Nessus acts like a digital guardian, scanning the network for vulnerabilities. These weaknesses are like open windows for hackers. By finding and fixing them, you close those windows. You keep your data and systems as safe as possible from cyber attacks. One caveat is that due to the vulnerability scanners being for the most part signature-based, it will not detect 100% of the vulnerabilities. While Nessus Essentials is a great tool that is free to use, I should point out that there are some limitations compared to the paid versions of Nessus. Limited scanning scope. One drawback is the scan limitation. Nessus Essentials can only scan a maximum of 16 unique IP addresses. This might be enough for a small home network, but for businesses and larger environments, it quickly becomes insufficient. Fewer plugins. Nessus relies on plugins to identify specific vulnerabilities. Nessus Essentials offers a limited subset of these plugins compared to the paid version. This means it will more than likely miss some of the vulnerabilities that the paid version could detect. No compliance checks. Nessus Essentials does not include pre-built scans for compliance frameworks like CIS benchmarks and security regulations like PCI or HIPAA. Limited reporting. Nessus Essentials offers basic reporting functionality but lacks the advanced customization and scheduling options available in the paid version. No technical support. If you encounter problems using Nessus Essentials, you won't have access to the Tenable technical support team for assistance. Overall, Nessus Essentials is a valuable tool for getting started with vulnerability scanning. Alright, let's get started. The first thing I do is Google Tenable Nessus Essentials. In order to start the process of downloading the install package, the results will show a couple of links to Nessus Essentials, and I'll click the first one. I am brought to the Tenable Nessus Essentials trial webpage that has a brief introduction and a registration form. Once there, in order to download Nessus, I will need to provide some information. I just entered the necessary information in order to get an activation code that will allow me to update Nessus to the latest updates, templates, and signatures. Once I submit my information, I am taken to the following page where it informs me to check my email for the activation code. There is also a download button to download the Nessus Essentials install package. Clicking on the download button brings me to the Tenable Nessus download page. The first step asks me to choose my version and platform to install Nessus on. In this case, since Kali is Debian based, I will select Linux Debian AMD 64 architecture. With the option selected, I can click download to Kali. After clicking download, I just need to click I agree on the license agreement prompt, and the install package will start downloading. As noted earlier, Tenable will also send an email that contains the activation code and download link. Before I install Nessus Essentials, I will run the following command shown in the CLI to update Kali to the latest and greatest. This will hopefully avert any dependency issues. For the sake of saving time, I will pause the video and return when the update has completed. With the Nessus install package downloaded and Kali updated, I can now start the install process. I will need to navigate to the Nessus installer that was downloaded earlier. In this case, I'll just use the cd command to navigate to the /downloads folder as shown in the CLI. I can now run dpkg, the Debian package manager, to install Nessus. Now that I am in the /downloads folder, I'll run the following command shown in the CLI to start the install process. The installation process has begun and it might take a few minutes to complete. I'll pause the video in the meantime. Nessus Essentials appears to have been installed successfully. At the bottom of the installation output, it will provide the commands needed to start the Nessus D service. It will also provide the URL to access the Nessus web UI. To start the service, I'll run the following command shown in the CLI. To verify that Nessus D service started, I ran the following command shown in the CLI to show the status. As can be seen in the CLI, the status shows active running. Now that the service is running, I can open up the web browser and navigate to the localhost on port 8834. This will launch the Nessus Essential web interface. When first browsing to the Nessus web UI, I get prompted to perform initial configuration and to continue with the Nessus installation. Clicking on Settings allows me to configure a proxy, set up a host to receive the plugin feed, and the last option is to create an encryption password that gets applied to the user account later in the configuration. For the initial setup, I'll just click Continue. On the next screen, I'll select Register for Nessus Essentials, then click continue. On this screen, I'll just click skip. On the register Nessus page, I'll enter the activation code I received in the Tenable email. And on the following page, I'll just click continue to move on. Now I'm at the account creation portion of the setup. This will be the first initial account and basically the admin account for Nessus. I will usually use a password vault to generate my password and for password management. At this point, Nessus will start the process of downloading and updating the plugins. Alright, with setup complete, I'm brought to the Nessus dashboard My Scans folder, where I can now start running scans. Nessus provides several options to tailor your vulnerability scanning to your needs. If I want to create a scan, I can click on New Scan located on the far right in the main dashboard. I will look at that more later. By clicking on New Folder, I can create custom folders allowing me to organize my scans. This would be useful if I want to separate my scans by data center, platform, business, unit, etc. Under Resources, on the left-hand side of the dashboard, clicking on Policies allows me to create my custom policies. I can also create plugin rules that allows me to modify plugins and apply them to specific hosts and or for specific time frames. Finally, under Resources, Nessus contains a static code analyzer called TerraScan, which is helpful if I want to integrate it with my continuous integration, continuous deployment pipeline, as an example. Circling back, when I click on the New Scan button on the Nessus dashboard, I can view a variety of pre-built scan templates, such as Host Discovery, Basic Network Scan, Log4Shell, etc. These templates are like recipes for finding specific vulnerabilities. For beginners, I recommend starting out your testing with the Basic Network Scan template. This will scan your local network for common vulnerabilities. In another video, I will cover configuring and running vulnerability scans with Nessus. When I click on Settings, I'm brought to the About panel, where I can view the variety of information regarding the Nessus installation, such as version, license utilization, when it was last updated, and log events. The Settings tab provides a lot of options to customize your Nessus scanner. The various panels are located on the left-hand side. Going to Advanced Settings allows me to more granularly configure my scanner's UI, scanning functions, logging, performance, security, and miscellaneous options like packet capture and automatic update settings. The Password Management panel allows you to customize your Nessus password policy. The Scanner Health panel tracks the Nessus scanner's health and allows you to see how heavily system resources are being used during its use. Very useful if you need to troubleshoot scan performance issues. Finally, My Account panel allows you to change the account name and password, as well as generate API keys to allow you to integrate with other platforms and solutions. In this video, I explored Nessus Essentials, a powerful vulnerability scanner. I briefly discussed how Nessus came to be. I covered the purpose of Nessus Essentials as a vulnerability scanner along with its limitations. I dove into a practical demonstration successfully installing Nessus Essentials on Kali Linux. Finally, I went over the variety of configuration options that allows Nessus to be tailored to your needs. This is just the tip of the iceberg. Nessus offers a vast array of features for advanced users, especially if you use professional or enterprise versions. Stay tuned for future demonstrations where I'll delve deeper into Nessus Essentials capabilities and help you unleash its full potential. Thank you for tuning in to this demonstration of Nessus Essentials Installation Made Simple. Thank you for also checking out the Cyber Overwatch channel. If you find this content informative and you are interested in cybersecurity, please like and subscribe to the Cyber Overwatch channel. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave a question in the comments, or you can send me a message from the CyberSec website listed in the description. Until next time, keep learning. The only way to improve is to keep learning. Pragmatic One, signing off.